years. Welcome to The Gift of Life with Gregg. I'm your host, Gregg Francis, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Barry Kaplan. We save lives, plain and simple. Have you known someone stricken with leukemia? Has a family member of yours suffered from lymphoma? Then turn up your dial. This show is for you. We are the gift providing a second life. We are the gift of life. Since 1999, we've saved over 2,700 lives. For many patients with blood cancer, bone marrow donation is often their last hope, and that's where we come in. We try hard at what we do, but we will never be satisfied until we can say, one day, we found a match anytime, anywhere, for anyone. That's the gift of life way. So now we have the scissors, we've opened the box, and now it's time to unwrap the gift of life. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. Firstly, I want to wish all of our listeners a very happy, healthy, and fruitful new year. It's going to be a great year at Gift of Life in 2015, and I wish all of you and your families the same. Last week's show, our last show of 2014, I really enjoyed this show. It recapped two of our new recruitment team members, one Frederick Santori and number two Nathan Hanley, and how with their short tenure at Gift of Life, they've been so personally and professionally impacted. Gift of Life is certainly lucky that they've joined our team, and we wish them great success in their recruitment endeavors for 2015 and a prosperous career with Gift of Life. Now, for those of you who tuned in last week and last year, you know that September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month. And Marty's looking at me, who is our new co-host that we're going to get into in a moment. I know it's January. However, only creating awareness for 1 month will not solve the blood cancer epidemic. So we'll continue to spread the word, and we ask our listeners to do the same. Pacific Islanders are having a really tough time. Again, it was in the Washington Post and the New York Times. Hispanic people are underrepresented. Our Asian friends are underrepresented. African Americans are underrepresented. And I had discussions with some minority groups affected, and they're suffering the consequences. And, suffering the consequences is really too benign a term. It really means that people are dying, and they're dying unnecessarily. So we all collectively have to get together and do all that we could to give people the tools and the knowledge they need to run drives in their areas so somebody doesn't needlessly have to die. People just don't know how to traverse the waters of how to recruit bone marrow donors. And it's not unique. A lot of people, unless they're afflicted, don't know what to expect or don't know how to go about it. So the patients that I just mentioned, those ethnicities will find a match less than 50% of the time if they're in need. And quite frankly, it's unacceptable, and it's our collective goal in 2015 to surely mitigate that gap. We all have to work harder. If you're interested in running any drive, please call Bridget, Nathan, or Frederick at 1-800-9-MARROW. Again, please call Bridget, Nate, or Frederick at 1-800-9-MARROW. They'll get you the information, all the information that you need. They'll coach you, and they'll really get you involved and get you on your way. For those of you who have been our supporters, firstly, I want to say a sincere thank you. Welcome back. 2015, I'm really excited. It's going to be a great year. And we thank you for all that you've done to date, the spreading awareness, transpiring action for our show and really for our cause. Because of you, we are ranked the #1 radio show on 1470 WWNN, our flagship station, as well as being the #1 bone marrow radio show worldwide. And yes, there really is more than one. And we joke about that every week, and I'll continue to joke about it because we're getting the word out and inevitably saving lives. So as previously mentioned, and this is going to happen sooner than later, our show is going to be syndicated in 6 major cities. So that'll mean more awareness, more people swabbing, more contributions, and the culmination of all this will help save more lives. And that's really why we do what we do on a weekly basis and at 800 Yamato Road on a daily basis. As 214 came to a close, Gift of Life was responsible for saving 130 lives, bringing our total to date to over 3,000. Now, if you take two steps back and think about that, it's 3,000 lives, 3,000 families, to be able to enjoy, special times, to be able to walk their daughters down the aisle at their weddings, to enjoy ceremonies, to enjoy graduations. It really is very, very impactful to see, and I'm very, very proud to be a part of that. So with that being said, I want to congratulate my teammates and dare I say my friends, as well as our teammates and friends at 800 Yamato Road in Boca Raton, as well as our listeners who've supported us over the last 26 weeks. I made a commitment at the end of last show last week. As we start anew in 2015, I want to touch upon Arlene Feinberg, the matriarch of Gift of Life. She unfortunately passed away, and it's coming up upon a year. But Arlene had a vision while she was alive to finding her a match for her son Jay, who is the founder and CEO of Gift of Life. Her vision was to find a match anytime, anywhere for anyone that is suffering from blood cancer. So in 2015, our goal will be, let's make Arlene's vision Arlene's reality. And I know that she's very proudly watching over us. For those people who are tuning in for the first time, again, a happy new year to you. We're so glad that you could join us for Gift of Life with Gregg. I'm Gregg Francis, and welcome to our show. We encourage our listeners to call in at any time at 1-888-565-1470. Again, that's 1-888-565-1470. And we broadcast live from Boca Raton every Tuesday evening from 4 to 5 p.m., not to make our listeners jealous in remote locations, but it's a nice 82 degrees with a slight breeze right now, so it's not bad living in Florida in January. And for those that are tuning in for the first time, what exactly is Gift of Life? Well, Gift of Life is a bone marrow foundation. It's a life-saving nonprofit that gives patients like our soon-to-be 7-year-old friend Sammy, who I saw recently, as well as Marty, a second chance at life. We want to remind everyone of how special life is and how every day of health and happiness is really a true gift of life. And I really ask people to take stock of what I'm saying. Every day of health and happiness is truly a gift of life. And as a mantra and a staple of this show, before I go any further, I have to thank my own gifts of life, people who make me smile every day and really remind me of how lucky I am to be, living on God's green earth. To undoubtedly my biggest fan, my mom, Katie in Lake Worth. Mom, I love you and thank you always for your support. To my biggest Maryland fans, hello and thank you, Grandma Margie. And to our chairman of the board of Gift of Life, who has gone to numerous countries, goes to numerous universities, numerous speaking engagements, and always spreading the word of how important it is to save lives, and that's my friend Billy Beagle. And last but not least, the people, as I used a Mark Twain quote last week, the two most important days in your life are the day that you're born and the day that you find out why. And the day that I found out why was December 3rd, 2002, and December 12th, 2006, which were the birth dates of my two boys, Nicholas and Patrick, who are now 12 and who is now 8. So, boys, I love you, and thanks for doing all that you do, and you made Daddy a better man. So now some housekeeping. As you know, we started Gift of Life with Leora Lieberman, who went off to get her master's in public health, and subsequently this year will be attending medical school, and she's going to announce which med school she's going to be attending. And BK Barry Kaplan, who is instrumental in the origination of our show, a dear friend of mine, has decided to relocate to Colorado, and he's not going to be on the show any longer. So Leora and BK, I personally want to wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors. With that being said, 2015 is going to be We're bringing in bright, new, fresh ideas and wonderful things. And with that, I want to introduce my dear friend Marty Freund. Marty stewards all the walks which we have, which now in our arsenal includes Boca Raton, New York, New Jersey, the capital region of Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Virginia. And in 2015, we're starting with Massachusetts. She also brings a wealth of experience for Gift of Life with community outreach. And I'm really, really excited that Marty's going to be co-hosting the show starting today. So with that, I welcome Marty to Gift of Life. Marty, thanks for coming aboard.
Thanks, Greg.
All righty. So Marty, why don't you tell our listening audience how you got involved with Gift of Life?
I started with Gift of Life 4 years ago, and I had relocated down to Florida from the New York, New Jersey area, and having a prior career in the legal profession, I switched paths and realized that I wanted to dedicate my time to something that meant a lot more to me. And I have a family member that needed a transplant. I was not the match for them, so their match ended up coming from Gift of Life, as we later learned. And really since then, I find that spending my time making Gift of Life as good as I can possibly make it and help with Gift of Life is really how I would like to spend my time, and that's what I now do.
I think that you understated, because you've done Herculean tasks over your 4 years, really starting with some friends, a great committee, but very little else to work with. And now we're going to be on our fifth walk, 5 walks in 1 year in 5 different cities. And I know that there's one coming up a week from Sunday, which will be the 5th annual.
Yep, it's very exciting. Down here in Boca, we're in our 5th annual walk. The Boca Walk was the first walk that started, and I had a committee meeting with some members today, and they joked that they started the first walk by Googling how to do a walk. And since then, our event has grown. We expect about 450 to 500 people over there at FAU. It's at Palm Beach Plaza in Boca Raton, and it is on Sunday, January 18th. Our walk is such a special event because it really honors our donors and the recipients that are there. Really all donors and recipients, whether they've been donors through Gift of Life or through another organization, and same with recipients. And also what's unique about our event, which you won't find, I don't think, at any other 5K, is the fact that a transplant recipient will meet their donor for the very first time. So this year at our walk, there is a little 12-year-old girl that will be there with her mom, and the girl will be meeting her donor, who is a 28-year-old male, and they're going to meet for the first time, and it's really going to be a special moment, and we're so thankful that they're going to share it with us that day.
It's incredible, and we mentioned this on previous shows. Alec Birkin, who met his recipient at the 4th annual Boca Raton Walk, how it also impacted his life. He recently graduated from university and also decided to work for Gift of Life. And also Nicholas Hudson, who was a donor and also went to law school, decided to work for Gift of Life. So it must be something with lawyers and Gift of Life. But try, Marty, to explain the impact that 2 virtual strangers that are partners for life meeting at a live event. What makes us different, really, from the other 5Ks? I mean, it's very emotional. I haven't had a dry eye in any of the ones that I've attended.
Well, even before I go into that, I want to say it's really a true testament of Gift of Life that people who have been touched by the organization subsequently want to work for it and donate their time, just like myself, like Alec, like Nick. There are a lot of people that are involved with Gift of Life that have been touched by it personally, that then choose to really devote their time and make Gift of Life their career path. And I think that says a lot about the organization and really the desire to increase awareness and the importance of what we do. So I think it's very special.
It's incredibly special. And what I also mention on every show, and maybe you could say this a little bit better than I, we're about 48 people, and we have about 44 in Boca Raton. But without volunteers, we couldn't make a lot of things happen. I know that you've had a committee going on now 5 years that I think deserves thanks. I try to thank them every week. One of them being Wendy, your mom. I know that we have Donna Krasner, Dana Zelaznik, Aberman, and I know that we have Susan Arnold, and we have a few new ones this year. And without their help and support, it would be a tough sledding for us.
Yeah, I think the walk really wouldn't be. The walk would be very difficult if it wasn't for our volunteers, really in every city. Here in Boca, obviously, where it originated, one of the most exciting things this year about our walk is I think our committee has doubled. And the majority of the people that are involved with our walk committee have personally been affected by Gift of Life, whether it's the cousin of a transplant recipient, whether it's a transplant recipient herself, the wife of a transplant recipient, donors we have on our committee. So it's really a group of people that understands and recognizes the importance of what we do and the need to really increase visibility in the community and raise awareness about the need to register more donors. And really the reason why people are so dedicated to the committee is because they know that all the money we raise is used to process swab kits. So one of the most exciting things is that to date, all the money that we've raised from the walks has found matches for 62 patients, which is incredible.
It is. It's 62 lives were saved as a result of the walks. So let me ask you, Marty, if people want to attend the walk, or if they can't attend, could they still walk virtually?
Yep, you can. First, you're going to be sorry you missed it if you don't sign up.
Shameless promotion is great.
And if you sign up early, it is $5 less. It is a $30 registration fee for adults running and walking a 5K. Children 6 and under are free, and students and children 6 plus are $15. That fee raises to $35 and $20 the day of the walk / run. One exciting thing just to add about our event this year, it's actually a certified AccuChip timed 5K in addition to a 1 mile fun run. So we are awarding medals to top finishers in 14 age groups with the help of Runner's Edge and AccuChip, who are helping us put on the event. So, you know, Greg, I think you might be the lucky winner of a nice, shiny new medal.
No, I've been training hard. My gout's recovering. My foot's feeling better, so
Great.
I'm gonna.
If the gout is,
if the gout is out, then we're gonna run.
Excellent.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I love the event every year, and
open on our website, so you can register. If you go to our website, giftoflife.org/BocaWalk. You can find all the information there. You can even find it right on our homepage at giftoflife.org. You can call our office. You can come into our office to register. And we're also doing registration next week throughout the entire week at Runner's Edge.
So when could people register up until?
Really the day before. And then we turn off registration online, and then you can register that day. So if on Saturday night you decide that you would like to participate in the event, which happens, you'll just have to sign up that morning.
Alrighty. Marty, we're going to take a quick break right now, but I want to pose a question to our listening audience. That it is the beginning of a new year, and people make a bunch of resolutions. So I'm posing this question to our audience. For 2015, what is it that you want to accomplish both personally and professionally? And part 2 of that is, how do you plan to get there? So we're going to take a quick break right now, and then we'll be back with Gift of Life with Gregg.
ThrowItBetter.com. Do you need help with your bowling game? Are you taking the right 5-step approach? If you want to become a competitive bowler, even a recreational bowler that's considering joining a league, or a league bowler that is considering joining a tournament, you need to see Vince. He's going to show you how to throw it better. He'll get you the right equipment. He'll show you the right approach. And as a certified coach, he'll put you in the best position to succeed. If you're interested, please contact Vince at throwitbetter@gmail.com and tell him that Gregg sent you. Again, that's throwitbetter@gmail.com, or call Vince at 954-541 5414.
If you own a business and have the need for commercial insurance, I suggest you call Chris Moore of Brown & Brown Insurance in Fort Lauderdale. Chris has been in the commercial insurance business for over 30 years and can handle any company's need for property, general liability, workers' compensation, and automobile, just to name a few. Brown & Brown, being countrywide and the 5th largest agency in the country, gives Chris the tools he needs to meet all your insurance needs. So call Chris at 954-331-1420. Again, that's 954-331-1420. We want to extend a special thanks to our friends at the Boca West Foundation for all the wonderful work they do for Gift of Life and for all the meaningful service they give to the Boca Raton community. For over 3 years, the Boca West Foundation has generously supported local charities in the Boca Raton area. The Boca West Foundation. It's all about the kids. Are you in the market for a health plan? If so, please visit my good friend Gary at Health Plans Unlimited. No plan is too big or too small. Gary will customize a plan that's affordable and comprehensive, just for you. If you're interested, please visit Gary Goldman, the best in the biz, at www.healthplansunlimited.com. Again, that's www.healthplansunlimited.com. Or you can call Gary Goldman directly on his personal line at 954-303-6676. Again, that's 954-303-6676. And tell him that Gregg sent you directly from the Gift of Life. Health Plans Unlimited. We have the health plan for you. Welcome back to the Gift of Life with Gregg, the show that talks about giving and receiving. If you'd like to call into our show, we'd love to hear from you. Please call 888-565-1470. Again, that's 888-565-1470. And now, back to our show.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Gift of Life with Gregg. And if you're just tuning in right now, you could call our show at any time at 1-888-565-1470. Again, that's 1-888-565-1470. And I also, if you're just tuning in, want to introduce you to our new co-host started today for 2015. So it's my privilege again to reintroduce Marty Freund, who's stewarding 5 walks this year in 5 different cities. And as she mentioned before the break, the first one is coming up next week.
Yep, January 18th over at FAU in Boca.
All right. Do we have any other dates for any of the walks that are on the slate this year?
Yes, I'm excited to announce first here on your show, Gregg.
Oh, wow.
That right now we are looking at a walk in Boston on April 26th at the Reservoir, which is right by BC. So more to come on that, but that'll be the first one in Boston, so it's very exciting.
All righty, and I believe that we have a caller on the line. Michael, firstly, Happy New Year, and welcome to Gift of Life with Gregg.
How you doing, guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm good. This is my first time calling in. I appreciate you guys taking my call.
Where are you calling in from?
I'm down a little bit further south of Miami.
Oh, okay. So you could still then come to the walk. It's on Sunday, January 18th. Wake up a little early. We'll have you home for the playoffs.
It actually means a lot to me. I had some family members who were involved in Gift of Life, so I actually very much look forward to being there.
All righty. So I don't know if you heard our question before we took a break, and the question was, because we're in a giving mood and we want people to accomplish whatever they're capable of and whatever they're looking to do. So we posed the question, what is it that you want to accomplish personally and professionally? And part 2 is, how do you plan to get there?
Oh, okay. So we got a lot to talk about. So I would say, personally, I just recently finished college, and like a lot of other, college students, I'm looking for a position. So I think professionally, that's kind of an obvious one. And personally, I just moved from where I went to college up north, and then I came back down where I live down here in Florida. So I'm kind of looking forward to really getting to, really reacquaint myself with a lot of my friends who stayed down here for school. And, you kind of lose touch with people just because it's far away. And, just time and location really kind of separates people. So I think personally it's always kind of a good timing when you get to move home right around the new year. People, kind of are more interested in seeing each other and maybe, building up the relationships that might have fallen off the last few, months or years, or whatever the case is. So for me, that's really important to me.
So let me ask you a question. Two things. Well, number one, congratulations on graduation. What was your major?
I was actually a business major.
Okay, and what fine institution did you graduate from?
From William and Mary.
All right, in Virginia, one of the top liberal arts schools, correct?
Yeah, it was a good school. Met a lot of great people.
All righty. So no, we really appreciate you calling in, and good luck. What type of business do you want to study, or what type of business do you want to get into?
I always loved marketing, so I really do want to pursue something in that field, and something that's just always really interested me.
All righty. All right, Mike. So William and Mary grad, congratulations. Welcome back to South Florida. And if you're coming out a week from Sunday, try to say hi to Marty or myself. We'll certainly be there at the walk.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Gregg and Marty.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, Marty, I'll throw this question out to you for 2015, personally and professionally. What's on the docket?
Let's see. Professionally, I guess now pressure to keep your radio show at number one since I joined it.
I mean, that's first and foremost. That's first and foremost. Everything else takes a back seat. I agree.
Listenership starts to plummet immediately.
Then we have to. No, that's certainly not going to happen.
I mean, a goal is definitely hosting these successful walks and raising, I'd say over $200,000, if not more, for Gift of Life through all of our upcoming walks. In terms of how I plan to get there, I guess work.
But you want to know something? It's interesting that you say that, and that's what maybe a lot of people don't understand that listen. As we said before, we have about 47, 48 staff, and 43 of them are in Boca Raton. So I would imagine that the Boca is the easiest walk.
You'd think, yet at the same time, I always joke that Gift of Life is Boca's best kept secret because nobody really knows that we're there, which unfortunately is just the nature of what we do. I think, I never knew about Gift of Life until it hit close to home, and really that was the same sentiment of everybody who is on the committee. You don't really know about Gift of Life until one, God forbid, you need it for your family, or two, you're called as a donor. And a lot of people that swab their cheek just swab their cheek and they don't even think anything of it. And, I think that especially at colleges,
Sure.
students do it quickly, while I think, it's important that everyone is educated on what they're signing up for. Drives are fast and people forget about them too. If someone swabs their cheek 5 years ago and then they get a call, a lot of people don't even remember swabbing their cheek in the first place.
It's the truth. People's circumstances change, whether it be starting a family, whether it be starting a new profession. That's why our recruitment team really educates people as to what the process, what's involved in the process. And a lot of times we have to bite our tongue because it is a voluntary process and people could drop out any time. But we hope when people are going into the process that they understand the severity and the importance of it.
Definitely. But again, going back to maybe Boca being the easiest walk, Boca is, it's got to get your name out there in Boca. There's a lot of nonprofits. They all do great work. And I think that obviously what we do is the most important work, saving lives. So we really try to work hard throughout the year to let people know that we're really headquartered right in their backyard, and we are such an important resource and one that is really necessary to have in our community.
I couldn't agree with you more, and that was also part of the genesis of our show, because a lot of our constituents are in the Northeast Corridor. So again, a lot of people don't know Boca Raton's best kept secret, if I could steal your thunder there. And it is interesting. We want people to get involved. If you're not of an age where you could swab, you could certainly contribute financially and hopefully have somebody else's kits sent to a laboratory and typed. We don't receive any governmental funding, and it is $60 to test each kit. So again, if somebody wants to make a contribution, you could certainly go online at www.giftoflife.org. Or if you want to call up, it's 1-800-9-MARROW. Joel and Anita and Dominic will be waiting for you. And for those that like things quantitatively, it's 1-800-962-7769. So I guess in fairness, you put your heart out on the table, and what is it that you want to accomplish personally and professionally, and how do you plan to get there? And personally, as corny or as it's going to sound, I want to be able to witness as many events that my children participate in as possible. Because I blinked and my youngest one is 8 and my oldest one is 12, and I don't know where the time went. And it was just fun riding a bicycle with them the other day. And professionally, I hope that we have more centers around the country that will enable more lives to be saved. And I'm hoping also professionally that we could try to influence, not persuade, but have people really vested in the cause of what we're trying to accomplish, and hopefully be long-term partners in whatever denominations that they could possibly help us with. So I think 2015 is going to be a great year. Again, to date, we saved over 3,000 lives. But I would love, as you said, to take it as a microcosm, grow our pool of people that know about Gift of Life. And if we do that, I think inevitably it'll spread and save more lives. So hopefully that's a sentiment. And then personally, if I could watch my kids, in their plays and playing sports and Little League and soccer, those are memories that have stayed with me in the beginning, and I know that you have 2 little ones yourself, so you'll enjoy that as well. So let's see. For the walks that we have in the fall, I don't think that we have a date yet, but where are we looking?
We host the other walks in Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, New York, is our Long Island walk.
Yes.
Bergen County is the one in New Jersey. And last year we held the Capital Region Walk at Rock Creek Park. We might look to move locations for the following year, but or really for this year, 2015. Fresh slate.
no, the Rock Creek one was very, very special to me. I know at the time that you were on maternity leave, but the recipient, her name was Jenny. And she's around my age. She's 46. I'm 45, but I believe that she's 46 years old. And she has 2 kids on the spectrum. And it was an intimate walk. It certainly wasn't our largest walk, but it may have had the most impact on me when her parents came up to me and said, "Thank you for saving our family's life." Because probably her 2 kids are going to need, adult supervision for the better part of their lives. Such cute kids. And it really was rewarding. And out of eye shot later on in the walk, you saw the 4 of them just embracing. It wasn't for any camera or pictorial benefit. It really was nice. So again, Marty, you've been doing these walks much longer than I have. Do you have one that stands out in your mind as being maybe the most impactful? It's a loaded question.
No, it's a tough call. I mean, I obviously really enjoy all of the vocal walks that we do, just because our whole office really gets to participate in the event, and there are a lot of times people in our office, we do all this hard work behind the scenes, but then you don't actually see the end result, and our walk is really an opportunity for people to see a donor and recipient meet after all of the work they've put into it. And going back to what you said earlier, just about the meeting in and of itself, it's, how often will you ever be able to meet someone who saved your life? And I don't know if people are aware, but the process here in the United States is anonymous for a whole year.
Correct.
So the donor and recipient are allowed to share anonymous letters with each other with no personal information. If there is any personal information, it's redacted. And then after a year, if both parties agree, then the information can be released and the two can meet one another. So at our walks, it's the first time that this contact has been made, and it's just such a special moment. And it's really a special moment that is a private moment that is so nice for these donors and recipients to share in such a public setting, because it really is.
It is. It's a very private moment. You mentioned the 1-year moratorium. On top of that, both of them have to agree to meet. So getting through all that and having the comfort level of both of them meeting for the first time in a public setting, it's mind-blowing to them, and people go, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I get chills every time. Really, one of my favorite parts of working at Gift of Life is when a staff member actually gets to go to one of these events, whether it be a walk or a gala or a party where a donor and recipient meet for the first time, because they do a lot of behind-the-scenes work that is normally, third-party instigated, and they finally get to see the fruits of their labor. So it's really, that part is really nice. I'm very excited for a walk, and especially when it's a child. It resonates. You said it's 12 years old. I have a 12-year-old. We have a few people in the office that have, children around that age. And you want to see, them enjoy their lives. On our inaugural show, Nick Hudson, who saved a bone marrow transplant with a 4-year-old boy, Cameron, and now he's 12. So it's and he's going to baseball camp, and he said he likes Billy Joel, is enjoying his ice cream. So really wonderful things happen at these events.
Doing all the things a kid should do.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody signs up to get cancer. So we certainly want to be the cure that helps them live a fruitful and happy and healthy life. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we come back. I believe that we have a couple of calls to get to on the other side. So we'll be back in a few.
Are you in the market for a health plan? If so, please visit my good friend Gary at Health Plans Unlimited. No plan is too big or too small. Gary will customize a plan that's affordable and comprehensive, just for you. If you're interested, please visit Gary Goldman, the best in the biz, at www.healthplansunlimited.com. Again, that's www.healthplansunlimited.com. Or you can call Gary Goldman directly on his personal line at 954-303-6676. Again, that's 954-303-6676, and tell him that Gregg sent you directly from the Gift of Life. Health Plans Unlimited. We have the health plan for you.
ThrowItBetter.com. Do you need help with your bowling game? Are you taking the right 5-step approach? If you want to become a competitive bowler, even a recreational bowler that's considering joining a league, or a league bowler that is considering joining a tournament, you need to see Vince. He's going to show you how to throw it better. He'll get you the right equipment. He'll show you the right approach. And as a certified coach, he'll put you in the best position to succeed. If you're interested, please contact Vince at throwitbetter@gmail.com and tell him that Gregg sent you. Again, that's throwitbetter@gmail.com, or call Vince at 954-541-5414.
If you own a business and have the need for commercial insurance, I suggest you call Chris Moore of Brown & Brown Insurance in Fort Lauderdale. Chris has been in the commercial insurance business for over 30 years and can handle any company's need for property, general liability, workers' compensation, and automobile, just to name a few. Brown & Brown, being countrywide and the 5th largest agency in the country, gives Chris the tools he needs to meet all your insurance needs. So call Chris at 954-331-1420. Again, that's 954-331-1420. 1420. We want to extend a special thanks to our friends at the Boca West Foundation for all the wonderful work they do for Gift of Life and for all the meaningful service they give to the Boca Raton community. For over 3 years, the Boca West Foundation has generously supported local charities in the Boca Raton area. The Boca West Foundation. It's all about the kids. Welcome back to the Gift of Life with Gregg, the show that talks about giving and receiving. If you'd like to call into our show, we'd love to hear from you. Please call 888-565-1470. Again, that's 888-565-1470. And now, back to our show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. First show of 2015. Very excited. If you'd like to call into our show, number to call in, 1-888-565-1470. And very excited that Marty Freund, our new co-host, is joining us for 2015. So, Marty, I think we have a caller on the line, Dr. Levin. The doctor was too. Doctor got an emergency call.
Patience to see.
Patience to see. So, all right. So, hopefully, Dr. Levin, if you're hearing us, please give us a call back. So, we were talking about the slate of walks that we're going to be having in 2014.
15.
Happy New Year. For Happy New Year, 2015. And I should have updated that. So we have. So Long Island, what is this going to be? Is this going to be year number 3?
The 3rd, yep.
That one is from my hometown, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And the New Jersey walk, where I know that you're originally from, is that correct?
Yep.
And the Washington, D.C. So are all 3 of those going to be in the fall sometime, or where are we looking?
Probably October. Probably in October.
All righty. So you know, the weather is beautiful. I still think September, October is the nicest month in Long Island. Mm-hmm. And last year's walk at Eisenhower Park was absolutely phenomenal. It was really, some people were celebrating their 10-year transplant anniversary. Mm-hmm. And all right, we have, let's try this one. I know the doctor had to go to a patient, but now we have Nate. Nate, welcome to Gift of Life with Gregg.
Oh, thanks, Greg. It's good to be on.
It's good to have you, Nate. How are you?
I'm doing real well. 2015 is going very smoothly so far. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. So we posed a question before, Nathan. What is it in 2015 that you want to accomplish personally and professionally? And we're not going to let you off the hook. How do you plan to get there?
Well, personally, I want to do in November what's known as the Smart Ride, which is a 125-mile bike ride from Miami to Key West to benefit AIDS research.
All right. 125 miles. Or how far along in your training are you?
Well, I was going to say how I'm going to get there. The first step would be for me to buy a bike. So
all right. No, that would be a good start. That would be a good start.
Cushion.
And a cushion. So so that would be a good start. So we have to work on the bike and professionally, Nate. What are you looking to accomplish in 2015?
Well, professionally, there are some initiatives that I would like to see put into place to improve efficiency and really help the organization where I'm currently at to have more of an impact. So I'm just going to keep pushing.
All righty, that's what you have to do, and keep pushing along with that bike riding. You're going to have to train. Get a seat cushion because that's a long ride.
Yes, I know. I've had friends do it the last couple years, and they've told me, and I can see by the fact that they couldn't walk for about a week afterwards, that I'm definitely going to have to get into training mode here very soon.
All right, yeah, no, you gave yourself about 10 months runway time. We wish you the best. Don't be a stranger. Please call in 2015.
I absolutely will. Gift of Life does incredible work, so keep it up this year.
We hope to see you at the walk on January 18th.
I'll be there. I'm in South Florida, so I'll be there.
All right, that's great. That's great to hear. Marty, I think the doctor's back. Dr. Levin, are you on the phone?
Yeah, hello. Hello, Gift of Life people. Hello.
Hello, how are you, Dr. Levin?
Doing very well. Valerie Levin, hello to everyone there. I was
Hello.
involved 20 years ago when Finberg was looking for his bone marrow donor in Minsk.
Oh,
And I'm in United States for a conference on website, checking out the interweb of what's going on with Gift of Life, and I see link to listen, so I listen and now I call.
all right. So, doctor, you were involved with Jay's transplant about 2 decades ago?
Not its transplant, we not find success, but we did extensive search of peoples in Minsk, Belarus, White Russia,
Right.
looking for peoples to match Finberg. Yeah.
I can't believe that. And where are you right now? You're in the States for any period of time, or?
I'm here for a conference for about another week, and then I go back to Minsk, to Belarus.
Oh, I wish that. Where in the United States are you?
Undisclosed location. I don't want it to get back to Russia where I actually am.
Oh.
No, it's East Coast. Let's just say East Coast. We have a little snow on ground today.
Okay. No, I wish that if you were gonna be here a little bit longer, we would have invited you to go to the walk at Boca Raton, home. But I can't. Thank you.
No, flying back to very cold Minsk. End of weekend.
Okay. It's really I can't thank you enough being involved
But I
in a
want to
wonderful.
answer your question. I want to make for New Year, for year new.
Yes.
Everyone in foreign land, local and abroad, who needs help with transplant of donor, a bone marrow donor, they should receive what they need. That's my wish.
And
Ours too.
ours too. I don't think that I could have put it any better. And what
Yeah, so
about
we are aligned. We are aligned. This is very good.
and what about professionally? What are you looking to accomplish?
This is my life work, personal and professional, that anyone who requires the appropriate donor be able to receive. Not so much too big wish, no? Good work, hard work, make for success.
It's a small wish that's the biggest thing that anybody could hope for. So, Doctor,
actually, one more thing. I wish my bone marrow registry become better computerized. Right now, we use something very archaic. So this is also a personal wish, but.
We may be able to, if Dr. Levin, if you want to call us up, I think that we have the right people to help you with the infrastructure.
I want to get on your match quest. Yeah, very nice.
No, I have to say it's the best, and I have to give Rafi Freudenberg all the credit in the world. So stay as warm as you could, and
I'm walking around in bikini. It's the people here. It's very warm. It's 32 degrees, but for me it's warm. You'll see. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
I wish you best of luck for everything, and thank you for your time, and Happy New Year's, and God bless to everyone at Gift of Life. Tell Finberg hello, please, for me. Valerie Levin.
All right, Dr. Levin, God bless you, and thank you so much for the call.
Goodbye to all you. Goodbye.
Bye. All right. Next on the line, I think that we have Frank. Oh, one of my favorite callers from New York. Frankie, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Greg. It's Uncle Frank. How we doing?
How we doing? How is the New Year with the family?
The New Year was good. I'll tell you what we did. Best thing I've done in my life. We got a sitter for the kids. Me and the missus went. Me and Francesca out. We went. We stayed away from the city because everyone knows you don't go there. We went out to a local place with some friends. We were out till 3 o'clock in the morning. I felt like I was back in college again. The best New Year's I had in 20 years was amazing.
Oh, so Francesca and and Frankie, and you had a great time. So where'd you go? Where'd you go? Because I know that city's for amateurs on New Year's Eve.
Everyone, yeah, exactly. So we went out to a place in Bayshore. I don't know if you're familiar with Bayshore, where I live now, but we got a strip of bars. So we actually did a whole bar hop kind of thing, where we all made a list of one drink we wanted to have at each bar. We went the whole time. It was me. It was a guy who lived down the street, another buddy of mine, Vincent, and then my cousin came too. My cousin Dominic, who was my smallest Dominic. I named him after my cousin. So the three of us went out, three couples, had a great time, had a great New Year. Wore the stupid glasses with the little as the eye, the whole thing. It was great.
So Frankie, you're a perfect person to ask this question because you never miss a week calling. What do you want to accomplish personally and professionally? And I wouldn't say the Jets winning a Super Bowl, that probably won't happen, but what would you want to accomplish personally and professionally in 2015?
Yeah, definitely nothing to do with sports right now here in New York. It's not a good time for that. I would say professionally. I deal in the markets, so I would say professionally, just to keep everything afloat. A few years ago, it was a very scary time for me and my coworkers. So it's strange how your ambitions kind of change when you have kids at a certain age, and you have a job that at one time we weren't sure was going to be there. So I think that for me, I just really appreciate every day and the job that I get to do, and that I still get to do nice things with my family. So I would say professionally, really just keep it, the same pace. I know that's not a very sexy answer, Greg, but it really, for me, is I'm very happy where I am, and I just want to stay there. And I want to be able to continue to help my children and help my family. Personally is, I guess it's kind of a basic answer, but I want to be able to spend more time with my children. I know I just talked about how much I like my job, but it does take away from the time with the family. So, like many other fathers and mothers out there.
No, that's.
I know you're a father. Marty, are you a mother?
Yes, I am.
So I'm sure you sound like a sweetheart, Marty. Thank you for being on the show. It sounds like everybody can always say that answer, but I think it's the truth. Regardless of what you do, you still want to be able to spend more time with your kids. I feel like it was yesterday they were taking a crap while I was holding them in the diapers, and now they're running off and they're going out with their friends and going to the movies. And I feel like it was yesterday where all that. The time just flew by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I have a 12 and 8, and I share the same sentiment minus the pooping, but I really did. But it's
I'm still dealing with the pooping.
Oh yeah, Marty has newborns, but Frankie, Francesca.
I thought he was 12. Were you kidding me?
No, Frankie, you, Francesca. I know Frankie Jr. I want to wish you all a happy and healthy, and stay warm up in New York.
All right, you guys will take care, and hopefully we'll touch base soon.
All righty. Next on the line, we have Freddie. Freddie, welcome to Gift of Life with Greg.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Happy New Year, firstly.
Happy New Year.
All righty. So we threw out a question today. For 2015, what is it that you want to accomplish personally and professionally, and how do you plan to get there?
Good question.
Thank you.
Like Nate, I am trying to train for something. I'm not going to do the bike ride, but I'm trying to train for a 5K.
A 5K, so you're training to run 3.1 miles, and where?
Which is exactly what our Walk for Lives are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm training for. I'm going to try that one, and then after that, I'm going to hopefully try another one and run that one.
So wait, where are you located?
I'm located in Boca Raton.
All right, so in our hometown. So Frederick, you have about 8 days, 10 days right now, a little bit more to get up to 3 miles. 3.1. I think that you could do it.
I think I can. I'm currently up to 2.5 running, and I think I could walk the rest. But I just want to make a good time.
I want you first and foremost to do whatever your body will allow you to do. But I hope that you attend the walk, because I think that you will love seeing a donor and recipient meet for the first time. And regardless of what time you complete the race, everybody that attends is a winner. So we're hoping to do that. And professionally, what are you looking to accomplish this year?
Professionally, I just started a new job. I would like to grow as much as possible and learn as much as possible within the year, and really make an impact that I can, as much as I can.
All right, no, that's very fair. So we wish you best of success in your professional endeavors. I think that you'll do extremely well. And personally, I think that you'll be able to make the run. Just do what your body will allow, and we look forward. Please reach out to Marty and myself on the 18th.
I will definitely see you guys there, and I will definitely attempt the 5K.
All righty, that a boy. Listen, happy and healthy New Year, and please be a frequent caller to the show. Don't be a stranger.
All right, thank you for having me.
All righty, Kenny on the other side of the glass is giving us the 1-minute warning. So, Marty, thank you for your first show. Many
Pleasure.
more to come.
Yep.
And, you know, we're going to have some feedback, and we're going to drum up to the walk next week. I know that we're going to have some special guests, one of them being Dr. Lennis, our medical director, is going to go over some of the medical dynamics behind the show, and our Q is going on right now. Everybody, thank you for listening. Have a great week, and God bless you all.
Thanks for tuning in to The Gift of Life with Gregg. I wanted to personally say thank you to everyone who participated in today's show. And I also wanted to let you know that you're interested in what we do here at The Gift of Life, please call 1-800-9-MARROW. That's 1-800-9-MARROW. Or you can visit our website at www.giftoflife.org. Again, that's www.giftoflife.org. Even though we're wrapping up our show today, remember, you must always unwrap the gift of life.
The opinions expressed